Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Alex.
I am Pete.
And Justin is in Alaska this week, which is very exciting for Justin.
Yes.
We, of course, are still on a couch, so that's going on. Very
Two dudes on the couch now.
You know it. So what we're going to do for you guys, we talked about this a little bit, but we're going to do shorter shows for right now, just to try out a new format, but we're going to do a couple of them.
Yeah.
So stay tuned throughout the week. There's going to be a bunch of different shows that are going to be about 5 or 6 minutes long each. I know you guys want longer shows, and that will be coming at some point. But right now, we're just going to try out this. So let us know what you think about it.
Please.
So let us get into the titles. We're going to talk about Amazing Spider-Man 568, Air #1, and Final Crisis Legion of Three Worlds #1. So let's get right to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Amazing Spider-Man New Ways to Die #1, Dan Slott, John Romita Jr., you know it, how you do it.
It's a great team. It's a fantastic team up for this comic, and what I like about it is there's no talk about MJ or any of that. That's exciting to me because I'm still mourning that bullshit. But I feel that it's exciting. It's a solid comic.
I totally agree with you. You know, it's for the amount that it was built up, I wanted to be like, this is the best comic of all time. It's not the best comic of all time because it's a first issue and it's setting up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wish there was a couple more things happening. It was kind of surprising to me. The first couple of pages are taken up.
Yeah, it's all recap. Yeah, I was like, why are you wasting these pages?
Not even a recap of what's going on in the comic necessarily, but a recap of Spidey's origin.
Yeah, and I was like, this really is like a #1, even though it's 568, because they spent the first 5 pages telling Spidey's origin story.
Maybe the weird thing is, I guess the idea is people who dumped it, like you, with Brand New Day, are going to come back because John Romita Jr. is on it. But I think
and it says New Ways to Die.
Yeah, but I think they still know what Spider-Man's origin is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have a fair
Who doesn't know what Spider-Man's origin is?
That being said, there's some very good stuff in it. It is setting a lot of good stuff up. It's setting up a great thing. I really, more than anything, can't wait for next issue because this was to me, this was the first couple of pages of the story, and that was pretty much it.
I mean, there were parts where I was a little upset with the writing where it was like, he's like, you know what? I'm so stuck. I need a job. What should I do? Oh, I'll call Harry. He's smart. He knows what to do. Harry's like, well, hey, the Beagle's not the only paper in town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, really, Spidey? Come on. They need to cross your mind.
Playing it. I mean, that's Dan Slott playing it. It's like, why didn't we just have him do this initially?
Yeah.
Here's one thing I'm going to say about the art. I love John Romita Jr.
Yeah.
I love Klaus Janson. I don't think they work well together. I think Klaus Janson's inks on John Romita Jr.'s art, I think it's a little too thick.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just going to put that out
there.
I
disagree. I think it's the art is fantastic, but I can understand what you mean.
Okay. That being said, definitely picking up the next issue. The backup story, Mark Waid, Eddie Grovnov, also really cool.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock, very neat. Definitely, it's a big full issue, so I would say pick it up, right?
Definitely. Yeah. If you're not as upset as I am about the whole thing, pick it up.
Cool. I was actually reading the boards on Newsarama, and there were a bunch of people that are commenting. They're like, they're as upset as you are.
Good.
You have friends. Congratulations. All right, let's move on and talk about Final Crisis Legion of Three Worlds #1 by Jeff Johns and George Perez. What do you think about this, Pete?
Well, this is horrible.
Oh.
Jeff Johns really does a lot of amazing work, this not being one of them. I don't want to open up a comic and see a bunch of superheroes arguing and bickering and not doing anything, and then just what? And then we got a Superboy Prime is wreaking havoc, and then it's like we gotta stop him. No, we have to change him. What? Explain this to me. What is going on?
That's very John's thing to do. Look, here's the thing. I'm not going to completely disagree with you. I actually feel very similarly about this book to how I feel about Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Because I like Dan Slott.
You thought the shading was all wrong?
All right. Come on. That is a valid criticism. I think it's just a first issue. My biggest problem with this actually is the panel layout. I think that
it was
George Perez is known for big compositions, tons of characters.
There was that double pager.
Yeah, there was a double pager, and I was like, all right, fine, we're opening it up, awesome, let's go for it. But there were too many quick, tiny little panels, and that was the
little thin ones.
downfall for me.
Huh.
But the thing with Superboy Prime, I mean, he's such a great character. I'm glad they're calling him Superboy Prime again. I can't say anything bad about it.
It was just
Jeff Johns at San Diego Comic-Con was like, I don't know what your problem with the Legion is. You're going to read this book, and you're going to love the Legion.
Do you know? It was.
But I'm just sticking out. We'll see what happens.
I'm interested to see what happens. I just feel like as a first issue, I feel like a first issue job is to get me on board, not to get me upset.
Here's one thing I would say. When they cut to the page, this is a spoiler, cut to the page, Brainiac 5 was like, how do we fight somebody from a parallel world? We fight them with people from parallel worlds. They show the 2 other legions from the 2 other continuities they reboot. I was like, about fucking time. Come on.
It's like,
Good. Do it. Make it happen. Bring it on.
I just felt like Brainiac was driving me nuts. Everybody was just bitching in this comic. It was like,
I hate it when people bitch.
damn you, Zelvin.
Yeah. Would you say pick it up?
No.
I would say pick it up. All right. Let's move on and talk about Air, #1 from Vertigo. Hopefully that's shiny enough for you guys. What'd you think about this?
A very interesting first issue. Really kind of crazy, kind of all over the place. What I liked about it is it's different. There's no superheroes. It's kind of a really crazy story. I just was enjoying it very much on the aspect of it's very different. The panels are different. It's laid out differently. The artwork is good. It lost me a couple times. I'm not going to say I loved every minute of it, but I did enjoy it.
For those of you who don't know what the book is about, it's about air travel, obviously, as it implies. It specifically follows a flight attendant who is agoraphobic. And she gets involved in this conspiracy of air travel.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't want to ruin too much about it, but it was okay. I don't know. The thing about it was it felt very choppy to me.
Yeah. I think that was
certainly
part of
I
it,
agree
though.
with you. It is interesting. It read to me like sloppy storytelling. I felt like it was jumping all over the place and didn't really know how to follow a linear story. There was a point when I thought like, oh, they're jumping back and forward in time. And certainly there is a little bit of that at the beginning, but I felt like there was a lot more of it than there was. Turns out, I think it's just jumping forward through time at spontaneous rates.
Well, I mean, they did a lot of advertising for this book, and I feel like I like the fact that sometimes, especially in writing, that you start off, you want to grab people's attention. And, first page, just like the cover, is her falling. And I thought that was a cool place to start, especially with all the advertising. It'd be like, we're going to kind of start in the middle of it and then kind of work our way back.
I just feel like I don't know what the mission statement for the series is, and I'm not grabbed by the first issue. Most of the time I was spending thinking, yeah, this is a cool movie pitch, or this is a cool, short film or something like that, but I don't see how this works in the long run. I'm certainly intrigued enough to tune in for the second issue, but not sold on it yet.
All right, well, I that's good.
You wrote it.
Yes, yeah, I did.
So I'm very
all
right.
Yeah. No, but I definitely think this is very intriguing. It's worth checking out. I'm looking forward to #2, see how it goes.
All right, cool. So there you go. As we said, shorter show. Going to be a bunch of other shows this week, so check them out. Please subscribe to our YouTube account. Email us at thecomicbookclub@yahoo.com. And, of course, you can come to our live show every Tuesday night in New York City at 8 p.m.
Come on down.
We will see you guys next time.
Thanks.